church on Sundays was always phenomenal. Going there, marching with your friends, finally getting away from the dorms and just having a little bit of time to yourself to do, kind of participate in church and sit there, kind of talk with your friends. That was awesome. But my personal favorite moment, my number one moment, would definitely be during Beast Week. We had a bomb drill. And this was a simulated bomb attack. You had to wake up, I think it was about 10:45, maybe 11, somewhere around there. And we went to bed at around 9. So what happened was our dorm chief decided we're just gonna stay up. We're not going to sleep. It doesn't make sense for us to go to sleep and then wake back up to fall outside, put all of our stuff on and see what's next. So what ended up happening was he started roasting somebody in the tent. And then while we're all laying down, lights off, that person claps back and roasts him back. And before you know it, one person's joining in, roasting that guy, and then another guy way across the tent's roasting that guy. And we stayed up laughing at each other for maybe 2 hours. And it was so much fun. And before we knew it, the bomb drill was going off. We all hit the floor and went right from there. But that joking around, that little bit of time that you get to joke around with your friends, the new friends, all of them, was priceless to me. That was by far one of the best moments of BMT.
The funniest one? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a friend. One, you're supposed to have 2 hats. So one's supposed to be in your locker for display, and the other one, just obviously you have to wear it outside. And my friend, this girl from my flight, she lost one of her hats, so we went to military clothing, and she bought a hat that was like way too small because I'd never size. So she bought a hat that was like super small instead of bigger. I don't know. But the hat that she bought literally was like could fit a baby doll head or something. It was so small. And one day we went outside to form up and she couldn't find the hat that actually fit her. So she had to grab the little tiny hat that did not fit her at all. And I'm gonna try, I have my AVU cap. I'm gonna try to make it really small. But like literally she went outside like this. It was like you can't even tell. Hold on. It literally looked like this big. Like this big on her head. Just like sitting on top of her head. And she acted completely normal about it. She forms up and we see the MTI. He's like, what? He's like, what the hell is that? He's like, what's on your head? And we all turn around and we see her and she's just standing there like acting like everything's normal. She's like, my hat, sir. We all, like, you have to keep your military bearing, but we're all like dying laughing because there's just like a little miniature head and hat on her head like this. It's so small. It looks so funny. But yeah, he was like, go upstairs and get another freaking hat, trainee. He was like, you could tell he was trying not to die laughing, but it was so funny. We were laughing so hard.
Honestly, probably just like every night, just being able to eat those protein bars. Those things are your life in BMT. Those were literally my lifeblood. It's like the only thing that can get you through the day. And then just like talking with our MTIs and maybe like having a few jokes with them and talking about appointments we need to go to and stuff. But those protein bars, that was the best memory right there.
Probably the last week there, right before graduation, everybody's all hyped up, past the finals and everything, getting ready. One of my favorite memories of that last week, besides graduation, is probably Airman's run, where you run in front of your family, in front of the stands, or getting your Airman's coin.
I probably just like a generalization of Sunday. Sundays were great, man. They were just the best day of the week. Like, didn't have to do anything. Most of the times where I had like real meaningful conversations with people were on Sundays. I met real good friends just from going to like a service with them. We had a good group that went to the same service, so that was great. On like the actual BMT part, it was probably our flight got into a bed making competition with another flight. Their MTI had like known our MTI, so we had a bed making competition. Ended up losing it, but so what happened was afterward he goes, so we're all gonna do some push-ups or motivational tools as they call them. And so he just yells at everyone. So asked our flight, would you all like to listen to music while we do these tools? And everyone was like, yes sir, because we didn't know like what he was talking about. Like, sure, why not? And he looks at his flight and goes, so we have a thing, we like to listen to music while we do tools. And they just go crazy. They're like, yeah, woo, yeah. Because they knew exactly what was going to happen. And so the MTI goes, so we made a recording label and we made a song. It's a pretty good hit. Today we're going to make it go platinum though. And you know the lyrics, you can sing along, and I think you do know the lyrics. We were all in the down position at this time, and he just goes, so I know you know the lyrics, because the song starts like this. Exercise position right up, which is just how you start normal tools. At this point, our whole flight's dying laughing, because it was like 8th week, and we thought it was so funny, because we were not expecting it at all. And it was just normal tools, you know, 1 sir, 2 sir. But just the way you started was hilarious.
We had made up this game called Sock Tag. That's all I'm going to say about that. Another memory during basic training was Beast Week, and everyone would save all the quote illegal items in the MRE. So you can't have matches, you can't have gum, you can't save your food. Like, so people would hold on to their candy or their drink powder or whatever sort of goodie they had. And I was in tent 1, okay? I was tactical deployment leader of tent 1. I went into tent 0 and I saw what's it called? The Beastmaster? I forgot, what is it called? Anyways, the dorm chief for Beast Week, it's called like the Beastmaster. He was in tent 0. Everyone was lighting matches. Everyone was just being crazy, and it was hilarious. I came in, I was like, what the piss? But it wasn't my authority to be an MTI. So when you get to basic training, don't be an MTI. Just be like one of the guys, and you'll have fun. So don't be the one to yell at people, because that's not your place. That's what I did, and I wish I hadn't done that. It would have made basic training better if I just wasn't like an MTI, because I took it so seriously. I was like the tattletale, and I wish I hadn't done that. So don't do that.
Making new friends and getting to know new people, because at first you're not gonna like living with like 50 other dudes, but it's actually really cool because you meet a lot of new friends, and some of them may come to you like at tech school. I have a couple buddies here, but I would say my best memory would be making new friends.
Those memories will always be back from, number one, getting letters from home. Like when you saw that letter and then they called your name up, best feeling ever. Like that was like the thing that people actually wrote to you. But you can't beat graduation on that coin ceremony, when your family gets to see you, and especially on the Airman's run, because when you get to see your family, it just nothing else mattered beyond just being done with the ceremony and being back with your family. So that was good, and then being with your wingman after that, and so just everyone being like elated was pretty awesome.
I don't really have like a main best memory. There's just like a lot of little moments that happen that you'll cherish for a long time. And a lot of them are funny, but this one was nice. Like our MTIs, once they like were nice to us, they played music for us in the dorms sometimes when we were doing laundry. So like I remember the first time they played music, they played like I Got the Horses in the Bag. Whatever that song. And yeah, once that song came on, like we all started singing together as a whole flight, and it was so much fun. The other times was like when you're doing EC for Beast. Like that was really funny actually. Like I had the worst shifts possible, but like we're in like there's no bathrooms near the tent, so we always have to walk super far. So like we were like the entry like ECP, and you'd always see like everyone had to come out of the tent, and you had to have on like the helmet, the flak vest, your M16, your web belt, your boots. You had to get all this crap on just to go to the bathroom that's like really far away. So it's just hilarious seeing like everyone's like so pissed off and like half asleep, like having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. It's just so funny. And then like me and my friend, we'd always get like so freaked out. We'd like hear noises and stuff, because like we'd always hear like rumors like there's like giant pigs or whatever, or hogs running around, and I don't know. It was fun. That's definitely something I enjoyed about Beast. Another fun thing was during Sundays, you get so bored. And so we played our own rendition of Pac-Man. We did like flanking Pac-Man or facing movements, whatever you want to say. So the people who were the ghosts, we'd have them wear PT jackets. And then people who were like the Pac-Man, we'd just have like our sanities on. And we'd go around the bays and they'd be like, go. And we'd have to do like a bunch of facing movements like in between the beds and stuff. And we're all like trying not to like run and stuff. And like I don't know, it's just so much fun. Definitely made time go by a lot faster, because Sundays are actually really boring. So that was really fun. We like half the flight with us doing that, the other half are in the day room like practicing their own facing movements the boring way. Another funny thing, that was a really funny memory from Beast, was the night raid. So we all had thought like we wouldn't have a night raid because it was like raining and lightning and stuff. But we ended up having night raid, and no one was expecting that. And there's like mosquito nets that are around you on your cot. And so we just wake up to like all these gunshots and like explosions, bombs, and all this stuff. So we wake up, we're like, what the heck? And like 90% of our flight has do-rags on because we all have our hair braided. It's really funny watching all the girls like in do-rags and braids. It's just funny seeing everyone like freak out and their mosquito nets, like trying to figure out how to get out. And then you got to grab like the flak vest, the helmet, just everything. It was hilarious, but it also sucked. It's just funny to look back on. And then another funny thing was it would rain a lot at that time, and so we had to like do like flanks into the DFAC and stuff. And so everyone, we do like elements at a time. And so my friend was like in the 4th element, and she flanks, and it's so slippery. She flanks and like flies across the mat, and and everyone's like flanking and slipping and falling. It's so funny. And there's like so many MTIs, and it's like new flights were in that day too, so like you had to like keep your military bearing, otherwise an MTI would rip you apart. But it's just so funny to think back on.